Well, good morning. It's Monday, 10 to 10. I've been up since probably 8:30. I didn't get up at, I did wake up at 6. Had a look out, couldn't really see much. So got back in bed, if I'm honest. Early start yesterday, so I thought I'd have a bit of a lie-in. There's the old lake, bit overcast. Looks good though. So we're gonna move today. I'm going to try somewhere else. Giant's Footsteps next door where Petey's isn't the most comfortable swim. So he's gone to the shop. He's going to have a word with the guys and see what time they can ferry us round on the buggies. So no need for a barrow, which is a tremendous help. The planes finally stopped about 11:30. Had a decent night's kip. I was really tired. No chance of getting to sleep before then though. As I say, I woke up at 6. It's still raining. We've had sort of pretty consistent showers throughout the night. Nothing serious. Woke up at 6, had a look. Couldn't really see anything, so I thought, sack it, I'll get back in bed. So I woke up at 8:30, had a coffee, nice sausage on ciabatta. That went down well. So I'm just going to sort my gear out, drop the bivvy and get ready to move. I've had the camera on charge this morning, that's why my first update is a little bit late. But conditions, as I say, are overcast. Looks good. Looks very good actually. Just going to get some advice on where to move to. Right. I'm going to bring these rods in and sort everything out. Right, it's 11:30. I've had a walk round. I'm going to move. Picked a couple of swims that we like the look of. So, most of the gear's packed up. Just going to drop the bivvy and then wait for them to come and get us. So, we'll come round on the buggy about half an hour. So, next time you see me, I'll have a different view for you. Well, move round, just been dropped off, and this is what's in front of us. The bus stop. So, this is the back of Cigar Island here. So, I do like the look of that. I've been told that one rod length off the end of the island, kind of there, is a bit of a spot. There's been one off there recently. I don't know. Certainly think about putting one, if I can find a clear spot, to catch them coming through towards the back. And then obviously open water's a bit of an option, a bit further out. I'll have to see. let's crack on and get my house up and rods out. Well, the house is up, all sorted, a few bits, and that's my new view. So I'm just going to have 5 minutes, maybe something to eat, and I'll get the rods sorted. Have a feel around first, take it from there. It's absolutely epic. I could prefer it here to the other swim. Just a bird. The railway behind me, so this is the railway bank, obviously. Ghost barge is in this corner. Ghost barge. Not this crew. Just chilling. It's 4 o'clock. I had a good hour having a feel about with the lead. It's really quite weedy. It's very weedy in front of me. So inevitably I'll be fishing rigs where I'll drop the lead. I found a spot that's close to the trees that are just coming off the end of the island. It's 10 and a half wraps, and then straight out in front of me I found a clearer spot that's 16 and a bit wraps. So I'll just show you where they are. First spot is just there. As close to the trees as I can get. The second spot is to the right of that. It's probably there. past the island, probably about there. So I've baited those spots up now. I'm going to tie three new rigs and get them out. So I'll take my time, give it a good hour between the bait going and then getting the rods out. I like to give them a little bit of time when they can feed freely with no lines being in the water. This is the peg, the bus stop as it's called, and what a stunning peg. That is a stunning view. Beautiful water, that expansive water that's in front of me. I'm running out of adjectives for this place really. Right, I'm going to crack on and tie those rigs. Well, 6 o'clock. 2 rods are back out. Got to do the third, the right rod, should I say. Still not seen a lot. Fish were down in the bay earlier. That's the only fish that we've seen. Oh, we did see one when we were walking around, just further down to my left. A part of the lake that you can fish if you're fishing from the lawns swim. It's been a beautiful day. The sun's been out. It's been quite hot. So I'll be happy when I've got this third rod out. Today obviously has been a bit of a bitsy day because we moved till lunchtime. Took a bit of a while to get everything sorted out. So tomorrow will be earlier start. I'm going to leave these rods out until probably 8, half 8. Then I'll reel in, nip to the car, and then come back and recast for the evening. That's it so far. Keep plugging away. Obviously got all week here, so another 4 nights. Still loads of time. Feeling really confident. Just got to keep focused on these spots, I think, and just see if I can see anything. That's the plan anyway. What a stunning view. Absolutely superb. Third rod's out now. A little after 6:30. Change of plan in terms of rigs. They're all using hinge difference as opposed to multi-rigs. Had a bit of a rethink given the amount of weed that I encountered. So as I said earlier, keep those out till 8:30 and then have a rethink perhaps. Well, I say a rethink, I'll be reeling in and checking the pop-ups, probably changing them for the final cast of the evening. Ready for an early start tomorrow. That's the Canadian Armada on the out. Little nudge on the right hand rod. Third time that's happened. Developed, aren't they? Some little fluffy ones. Colours just starting to come through. It's like they're coming to see me. Hi, Marky. Well, as you can see, all 3 rods are now out. That's because they've just been wiped out by one of the Canada geese chicks. So I got well and truly tangled, line went everywhere, it was spewing off my reels. It was an absolute nightmare. So the bird was okay, managed to free itself, but I couldn't really leave them out after that. So I brought them in. I'm going to go to the car early. I'll probably just put some bait out. Might as well do that now. Bloody birds. Oh, the roost. 1 or 2 birds. Obviously on the way to get their head down. Right, it's 9:15. Rods are back out. Over that spot that I baited earlier, which is around here. So put 10 spanfuls out, 16 and a bit wraps. I've just clipped the rods off, 16 and a half wraps. Check the hook baits, check the hooks, make sure everything is presented properly. And I've just put them out. Happy with the casts. The right hand rod took 3 attempts, left and middle was right first time, so I'm chuffed with that. Very confident, gotta be honest. I think something's going to give tonight. Really happy with this peg. Not sure why it's called a bus stop, must be some reason to it. Pete's in peg 10, so this is 9, he's in 10, and he's fishing to a margin on the opposite corner, so Pete's the last peg on this side of the bank. So right in the corners is where the ghost barge is. Pete's fishing probably 45-degree angle into a little cove where the trees are set back in the margin. So that looks a really good spot. As I said to you earlier, today's been a bit of a sort of bits and pieces day really, with moving pegs, and obviously losing the fishing time in order to sort that out. But you know, this is us now for 48 hours. We're going to have 2 nights here and see how we get on. I'll be up early tomorrow. I desperately need to watch the sunrise and watch the water during that period. You never know, they may give themselves away. But it's been another good day. I was sort of saying to Pete earlier, when I walk back to my car, you just can't help but stop and look at things. You know, I've already looked out at the water on most of the pegs, and you just can't help yourself but have another look. Breathtaking views, really are. I think this place is going to take some beating. And I'm saying all this and the facilities aren't even open yet. They don't open till Christmas, so the lodge that they're building. God, what's it going to be like then? Even better, if that exists. This swan is bullying the Canada geese. Now, as you saw earlier, the Canada geese have got, I won't call them chicks because they're a bit bigger than that, but there's 3 adults that are looking after them, and that swan just wants to cause mayhem. And what this Canada goose is doing, it draws the swan away, whilst the other 2 adults and the chicks kind of do their own thing. And this Canada goose, which has just gone out of the shot, in fact there you go, it's behind in the bushes, just seems to keep this tremendously bullyish swan occupied. And the swan gets, I mean, look at it, it's in full attack mode with its plumage out. The Canada geese look after the young. I think it's almost an extended family kind of concept. So that you might have mum and dad, and you might have an auntie. So that's why there's 3 adults looking after this pretty big brood of chicks. I do feel for this Canada goose, because this swan is a real bully. This has been going on all day, and it's like 9:30. 9:30 now. What's happened is that the Canada goose will take it on the other side of the lake, lead it away from the chicks, and then it'll fly back, and then the swan will get bored and it'll leave them alone for an hour, and then this relentless pursuit continues. And we start again. Can't mouse around the lake. So in terms of the lake, a bit of info, it's 45 acres, 29 swims. I think there's 3 double pegs on this North Lake. Obviously some really notable swims, named swims of the 29. Giant's Footsteps and Bonds, which is where Pete and I were last night. Rocky Barge, that's the swim where I think Terry Hearn banked Mary at £55.13 in 1996, which at the time was a British record weight. And then obviously springates, which is kind of the point swim, if you like, which is obviously named after Sir Pete Springate, where he captured his famous brace. Mary at 45 pounds and Mary's mate. So lots of history. You do get a feel of that walking round. I can't help but kind of reimagine the chapter in Dave Lane's book where he kind of talks about arriving here and walking round and describing different parts of the lake. Obviously they may have changed here because of the amount of time that's passed between when he wrote that and now, and also the renovations that have taken place. And I think RK Leisure deserve a massive amount of credit for desperately trying to keep hold of the character of this water. I've seen some, you could say, negative comments online about what they've done, but I just don't know where that comes from, because in my eyes they've taken what a water with a tremendous history in carp fishing that was basically a sailing lake, and they brought the sort of dedicated carp fishery back to reality. When George, the bailiff, drove me round to this peg earlier, I asked him when they actually bought the water, and he said they bought it in 2012. So this is a multi-year project. I don't see how anyone can give them any criticism for doing what they're trying to do. Multi-year project. Take my hat off to them. Just popped outside. Might be able to see me a bit better. Not bad considering it's 20 to 10. We are here at the time of the year when there's most daylight. Daylight is certainly not the issue on this trip. This is a kind of, really, meaningful trip for me. Went to France last year. This is, we aren't going to France this year. This is what I'm doing. Coming here for a week. Last year we went to Linear, me and Pete, and then Emily and I went to Crete Lakes. Well, we decided not to go to France, and instead of going to Linear, we decided, to try to look for somewhere else. We love Linear, and we really enjoyed fishing St John's, but the people queuing up behind you to jump on your peg does kind of get a bit thin after a while. So we wanted somewhere different. Noticed that this venue that I'd read about in so many books was opening as a day ticket water in April, so I suggested Pete that we come here. He was obviously up for the idea. But, I'm going to leave here, and I'm not even sure whether I'm going to do any overnighters after this. I could be dropping back onto day sessions at Disley and New Mills waters, which is absolutely brilliant, because, that's kind of reinvigorated me to a certain extent. But, I'm not going to be going to other places after this. This is a real sort of special trip. A real special trip. I was talking to someone earlier when Pete and I were walking around, and he's obviously lives reasonably local to this venue, and it's not the first time he's fished it. I think this is the second time, and he knows people that have fished it a few times. So maybe the people that are fishing here are all, don't live too far away. Maybe people travelling down from, the northeast tip of Derbyshire on the kind of Greater Manchester border is kind of the exception to the rule. So you know, I just wanted to sort of say that this isn't the norm for me. This is what's happening in 2015 in my carp calendar, and I don't think I could be anywhere better in my kind of week off from work that's dedicated to fishing. Well, I've just checked two weather apps on my mobile, both of which are reporting that it's going to be a clear night, and it should be clear now. It's not going to rain, and it shouldn't drop below 12 degrees. So I've got to be honest, right now the jury's out on that assessment, but we will continually live in hope when it comes to weather predictions.